Deb Floros, and this is Designing with Deb, not Beading with Becky today. I have officially hijacked Becky's show. Sorry, Becky, but thank you, Becky. Oh my gosh. How is everybody doing today? Oh my gosh. Hi, Eric. So this has been an exciting week. I'm sorry I missed all of you on Monday, but I hope that all of you were able to see the amazing Becky Doll and Sarah Lovecraft on Shop LC on Monday and Tuesday. They did a TV appearance on Monday, sharing all kinds of wonderful things. And they did a streaming event on Tuesday, which Eric was able to stream for you all here at artbeads.com. So I hope that one way or another, you guys were able to see those ladies rock it on TV and for Shop LC. It was really fun to watch. So, yeah, there's all kinds of fun things that took place this week. So I believe this is the first live show this week. We've had all kinds of craziness going on, so we might hang out a little bit longer today. You know, just letting you know, we might. Hello, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it feels like a Monday, doesn't it, Michelle? But it's so not. So if you guys don't normally see me, I do a show called Designing with Deb on Monday mornings. I start at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and we do all kinds of fun things here. So today I'm hijacking Becky's show, and we're going to have some fun on Thursday. And it is Thursday, March 13th, like almost the middle of March. Crazy. And guys, I've got some fun things to talk about today. Hi, Joan in Phoenix. Hello, Kimberly H. Nice to see you too. Kim Caldwell, thanks for being here. Let me know in the comments if you're here, you guys. I see a number of you watching. Hi, Teresa. So, if you are not necessarily watching this show on a routine basis, you can watch myself and the rest of the design team at artbeads.com throughout the course of the week. And we are here on a live platform that allows you to talk to us and to ask. So if not before, you can just enter in your name and make comments, talk to me, talk to Eric and Michelle who are in the background today. You can talk to each other. It's a fun time, and you products that are in the show, which is really cool. And if you've always been a little bit nervous to do that, don't worry. If you click on that shopping bag on your screen, it's a little icon that looks like a shopping bag. You can see everything that's in the show, and you can put it into your own shopping cart and carry it away. You can get those products ordered and get them shipped to you. There's always lots of fun stuff in the show. And gosh, you guys, let's see, what else can I tell you? If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we appreciate the watches. We want you to come over here so you can shop the show and you can chit chat with us. I can't see your comments live there, but we appreciate the watch anyway if you don't want to come over. And shopping the show is really easy, guys. If you get those things into your cart, you can check out, and guess what? I don't go away. I'll just get smaller on the screen. And if for some reason you do get lost, you can always come back to artbeads.com, the little / symbol and the word live, or go to artbeads.com and look for the red icon on the screen that says live, and you can find the show. So let's see who else is here. We've got Kat, we've got Ronnie, we've got Denise H. Hello, Sharon. Tina, Tempe, Arizona. Hi, Tina. You're not too far from me. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Belinda from San Antonio, Texas. Jeanette's in Maryland. Zandra's here from Northern Kentucky. Carolyn, I didn't understand how to purchase from the live and shop LC. maybe Eric or Michelle could chat with you a little bit about that. Hey, Becky, thanks for letting me hijack your show. We're going to try and do your show justice today, Becky. Hopefully we will. Denise is here from colorful Colorado. Rosie's here from Buena Park. Oh my gosh. Hello from Washington is here from Washington. Hazel's here. Daisy's here from Michigan. Mary B from Virginia. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thanks for being here. Kim Caldwell is my neighbor in San Antonio. Hi, Kim. Robin's here from Chicago. Wow, wow, wow. Oh gosh, you guys. So I don't want to chit chat too long, but I do have a few things to share with you. If you're watching on March 13th, there is a sale going on that's only good through the end of today. It's up to 40% off store-wide cyber sale here at artbeads.com. I always check out the sale for you, and there are some great things. You won't want to miss the sale. Lots of goodies, lots of good stuff. And let's see what else. You can actually go back and watch the replay of the streaming Shop LC event that Becky and Sarah were involved in. Just go to artbeads.com/live. It will be the show before this one. So thank you for the hearts, you guys. That's another thing that you can do if you're watching here on the live stream at artbeads.com/live. Wow. Okay. So let's start with talking about what we're going to do today. So I have a fun project. It's a necklace project. It's a little off the beaten path, but I think you guys might like this. And it's going to be featuring some of those amazing Fire Polish bundles that were launched a while back. And I am loving working with these. So I'm going to share a project with you today for that. Let's see, what is Ruth saying? Love these classes, but I've been very disappointed with my last shipment. So Ruth, please reach out to customer service, and maybe we can get Michelle to reach out to you specifically. I see that she's already giving you something to reply to. I'm so sorry about that. Daisy says, looks like I probably need more. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to flip down and I'm going to show you what I have in front of me to work with today. And then I've got some alternates, some options and things for you. So let me get this camera positioned so you can see. So if you are not familiar with the Fire Polish bundles, these were launched a while back. This is a 4-strand Fire Polish bundle. These were curated specifically for you guys. They are exclusive to Art Beads and they are amazing. I have been incredibly excited about these 4-strand bundles. I just can't believe how beautiful all of them are. This is a very mixed metal look bundle, and this one had to have been named by Becky. Becky, if you're still there, you have to tell me if this one is one you named. It's called Night Dragon's Horde. And look at all these amazing metallic colors. So we're going to work with this one today. But I've got some others to show you that are possibilities for this design. When you get these strands, they come packaged in separate bags. So they're not, bundled up into one hank or anything. They're individually packaged, but they come together. And I'll show you some of the options in a bit. I love working with mixed metal because it opens up so much accessorizing opportunity. So if you are a silver person or a gold person, there are always opportunities to pull in a mixed metal piece to be matching any kind of jewelry, any metallic jewelry that you're wearing. And so let's see, I've got a trio, and these are sold separately, but I've got a trio of these amazing hand charms. Now, I love symbolism, and I love working with anything that is like a hand symbol or an eye symbol or a heart symbol. And I feel like when you wear something that is symbolic, it brings some level of comfort to you. So hands are often symbolic of different things in different cultures. And I love this. This is a very famous design by Tierra Cast. This is one of their best sellers. And I've used this in several designs over the years. I keep coming back to these charms because they are so gorgeous. They have so much amazing detail. So I've got one in antique copper. So this is the antique copper one. I had to look away from the camera. I've got a brass oxide here. And then I've got this one in silver plated pewter. So these are incredible. We're going to use all three of these today with our Fire Polish bundle. And by the way, the Fire Polish is 6mm, which is one of the most favorite size. And let's see. Let's see. Santa Barbara girl. Hi, Deb. We will leave this class in your talented hands. Thank you. So I've got these to match up. I've also got some seed beads. So I've got some 11Os. These are Toho. They are a metallic light bronze. They are lovely. They look so incredible with this setup that we've got here. I've also got some demi rounds, and these are in nickel. So they actually match up too. So we've got all kinds of metallic, mixed metallics going on here. Super cool, super fun. And I'm throwing in a few spacer beads, metal spacers. So some daisy spacers and also some, what do they call these? These are called Heishi beads, Heishi spacers. These are all Tierra Cast as well. Lovely quality, beautiful, beautiful in a gold and a silver. And I've got some 4mm jump rings, which we're going to use to attach our charms. And we're going to use a combination of beading wire, some artistic wire. We're going to need some crimps. So I'll tackle those needs as we come across them. And I'm going to kind of move everything so I can get my beading mat out and make sure that I don't end up with everything rolling all over the place. And let's see. Amy says, are nickel seed beads actually nickel? No, they are nickel colored. They are a glass bead. By Toho, they're a seed bead in sort of a half 11O size. So they're a little more squat than a round seed bead. And let me show you quickly. This is what we're going to be working with. These are our three charms. Let me show you quickly the other colors that you might want to choose from. So here's how you'll get your bundle of your Fire Polish beads. So these are incredible. This one is called Tickle Me Peach, and it's shades of peachy pink, pastel-y, kind of sweet, soft, pretty tones. Look at the different finishes on these. This one is amazing. So look at the possibilities here with our mixed metals. And if you don't like one of the metals, or you don't like, two of the metals, you can still stick with one of the metals, or you can do whatever you'd like. This is a beautiful combination of Fire Polish. Then for my girls who like green, and we are coming up on St. Patrick's Day on Monday, which I'll be back with you on Monday to hang out a little bit. It might be a little bit early to drink green beer, but you know, it's up to you. This one is all greens. This is called Elphaba's Song. So little ode to a kind of recent activity that people are in love with, going to see a certain movie. Yeah, this is beautiful. These are amazing greens. So this would look gorgeous with our mixed metals too. Look at the combination there. Gorgeous. So if you don't want an all metallic look, you can grab a bundle of these beautiful colors. Now this one, you will just freak out when you see this in person. This is probably my favorite, although it's hard for me to pick a favorite of these because they're all so beautiful. But this one, I mean, this one is a bit Southwest, which I love. Look at the hearts there. Thank you guys. Look at this. This is called Seaside Spray, but this also feels a little bit Southwest to me. So whether you're beachy or deserty, is that a word? This is a very, very cool set of 6mm fire polish beads. These are high-end Czech beads bundled together. You don't even have to think about putting all these colors together. They're already put together for you in this bundle. And they come just like this on strands, but they come in the separate bags. So if you wanted to reorder more, you can actually order the specific strands as well. If you especially love one color or two colors, you can do that as well. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I've got some 19 strand beading wire. This is a gold color. I've got different colors of beading wire in the show today because we're doing a mixed metal design. So if you are particular about matching your wire to your project, you don't have to worry in this case because you are putting all kinds of metallics into this design. So you can pick whatever beading wire you would like for this particular project. And, you know, if you are partial to a certain color or you only stock up on certain colors, you pick those colors that you prefer. So I'm going to use gold. This gold is great with all of the colors that we've got, all of these mixed metallics we've got. So, hi, Georgina. So I'm actually going to get these guys ready first. So before I take my wire and start unspooling that, I'm going to put some jump rings on these. So one thing I like to do, and this is a preference, is I like to use more than one jump ring when I can. So we've got some nice generous loops on these charms, okay? So we could just use one jump ring, but I like using more than one when I can because it just gives you a little bit of added protection. So maybe it's going to help prevent that charm from going awry if for some reason one jump ring fails. You probably wouldn't have both jump rings fail, but it also adds a little bit more of a substantive effect. So it almost looks like a bail, gives it a little bit of a bail effect when you put more than one jump ring onto your charm. Some charms don't have loops big enough to do that. So in some cases, you just have to go with one. But I like to use more than one when I can. So that's what it looks like. Looks a little bit more substantive. We're going to string this directly onto our stringing wire. And you'll just need to be certain that when you do have two on here, that you get your wire through both. So that's the only thing that's tricky. And I'm using gold in my design here for the jump rings. And you can use any metallic color because we are doing a mixed metal design today. So you can feel confident in picking any jump ring that you like, any metal tone that you like. I've got these in the show. I believe I just covered up my package. I just covered up my package, so I'll give you the type that they are in just one second. They are 22 karat gold plated. They're 4 millimeter. They are 21 gauge. So these are a great jump ring to have in your, at your ready when you are creating. I love 4 millimeter. That's kind of my go-to, but you sometimes may find that a 4 millimeter jump ring is too small for what you're doing. So you'll have to judge based on your project, but these are a great size for what we're doing today. So I'm just putting on the jump rings on all 3 of my charms. These are going to be my focal for this necklace. So I've got 2 jump rings on each one of my charms. So they're ready to go. Then one more thing we're going to prep is I've got some 22 gauge artistic wire, and this is a silver tone wire. And you can, again, because this project is mixed metal, you can use whatever color wire you'd like. You could use a copper wire. You could use a gold wire. You could use whatever color wire you prefer. So I'm going to cut off about 6 inches of this wire, roughly. And this is a stainless steel version. I believe the version I put in the show is not. But I think I put a few different kinds of wire in the show, maybe in different metal tones to help you out. So what I want to do is I want to create some loops. So I'm going to come down about this far onto my wire, so maybe a couple of inches in, onto my round nose pliers, and I'm going to create a loop. And because this is stainless steel wire, it's a little harder to work with, but if you're just using a regular artistic wire, it should be very easy to manipulate. So I'm gonna get a few wraps around like so, and then you've got your loop there, and then I'm gonna trim off my excess. And I've got all these tools in the show today, so if you're looking for some tools or you want to work with the kind of tools that I'm working with today, you most certainly can drop those in your cart and get those home to you with all of your other goodies. Pick up some of those bundles, pick up some of these tiara cast charms. So I've got one loop here. Now, I'm going to not use all of this wire, but I wanted to give myself enough wire to be able to show you, very easily how to make this. So we're going to make a little, I would say kind of a little accent to our focal piece. And what we're going to do is take a few of our seed beads, and I'm going to use both the rounds and demi rounds, and I'm going to put them on directly onto my wire. So I'm going to take 2 of the gold, 1 of the silver, and because this is 22 gauge wire, you should be able to put seed beads onto it very easily, like that. So I'm doing 2 of the rounds and 1 of the demi rounds, and just doing that pattern. You could do whatever pattern you'd like, and because we're doing mixed metal, you could throw in some copper or some other colors, maybe a bright gold. So that's what we're looking like so far. And I'm just going to check my length here. So I like this length. And what I want to do is then string on one of my hands. So I got to really think about which hand do I want to be my focal. I think I want my antique copper one to be in the very center. So this is going to be the very center of our necklace. And remember I said, if you're using 2 jump rings, you want to make sure that you pick up both of your jump rings when you're putting it onto your wire. So I'm just then going to repeat the same pattern on the other side of my hand charm or hand pendant. In this case, we're using these as pendants on our necklace. So just like that, little pattern like that. How's everybody doing? Doing all right out there? We've got a stringing project here that's going to take us a little bit of time, but we're just hanging today. We're just enjoying the Thursday. So here's, I need one more pattern of the golds. So I'm going to string those on. I don't have a sample yet, Ellen. We're just making this today. This is the first time I've made this project. But I will be posting the finished piece afterwards. I'll probably post it in the Serious Art Beaters Facebook page or on the Serious Art Beaters Facebook page. If you're not a part of that, go and join us. So now I've got my pattern of beads and my hand charm or my hand pendant. And I'm going to take this and bend it. Now, I haven't yet put another loop here. We're going to do that. But I'm going to grab something that I can bend this safely with. So I've got this dowel piece. This is just something I have in my studio, and I'm going to push my my wire around it. So you could use a marker, like a Sharpie marker or something like that, and get that nicely curved, like so. And now what we want to do is create another loop on this side, okay? So I've got all this stuff here. Just going to set some of this off to the side so that I can function a little bit here. So I'm going to then create another loop here. And I want to make sure, because I've got some seed beads here, that I'm not going to get them too, I'm not going to get too close to them. I want to have just a tiny bit of space. So just a tiny bit of space. And I'm going to use my pliers to help me out because this is stainless steel wire. And then I'm going to grab that wire and wrap around and give myself a couple of wraps. Actually, I didn't get that quite the way I wanted it, but that's okay. And then I'm going to come around and I'm going to trim off my excess. I got a couple extra wraps on this side. It's perfectly fine. And what I want to do now is I'm just going to twist my loops the other way. Now, it's hard to get your loops in the exact place you want them sometimes when you're starting your wraps, but you can grab some chain nose pliers and twist those sideways. So what we want to do is achieve this, the holes going this way so that this can slide onto our beading wire. So this is going to be our center focal of our necklace. And then these guys are going to hang directly onto the beading wire. So this one's just got its own special little accent with wire. So we're going to put that on in the center of our piece. So now we're going to grab our 19 strand beading wire in the gold. And we've got our artistic wire in silver. We've got our beading wire in gold. You could also use 49 strand beading wire. Totally up to you how you want to do that. Now I'm going to cut off more than I need just for the purposes of making sure that I don't run out of wire and I can show you exactly what you need to do. I'm going to work from the center. I don't always do that. I do sometimes work from the sides because I may already know exactly the dimensions of everything. But because I have not made this one yet, I'm going to work from the center. So I'm going to take one side and grab a bead stopper, your best friend, the bead stopper, and I'm just going to put it on one end of my wire. And Kim says, I like where you're going. I'm excited about this. I hope it comes out as good as I think it will. I hope it will anyway. So I'm going to string on this little fun component we just made. And it's still movable a little bit with your wire. So I'm putting that on to my stringing wire. And then what I want to do is I want to add some seed beads and one of my fire polish beads in the center. So actually let me think about that. Let me see how this would fit. Yeah, I want to do one bead. So I want to do one bead here in the center of our piece. So I think what we'll do is we will add some seed beads on either side of it. So I'm going to put on 1, 2, 3 of these guys, little demi rounds. And I think if I take one of the gold fire polish, I might need, so these are going to go through the loop that I created. But I think we can push those in from the other side when we get more beads on our necklace. So I'm going to put 3 more on this side and let's see how that looks. So I'm going to put that through this loop and see how that looks. Oh my gosh, that is cool. I really like that. We might need a couple more demi rounds in that focal section. So let me pop one on over here. And then we can actually pop another one on because we are off of our spool. We can still work with both sides. So that looks fun. That's really fun. I love how that looks. Okay, so what we want to do now, put our stopper back on, and we're going to start stringing on some other fire polish beads. So I think what I want to do is go with one of these darker ones on this side. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to love this mixed metal vibe. I think I'm going to do a demi round, a 11-0, if I can get that guy on there, and another demi round. And if you've not worked with demi rounds before, they are really beautiful little spacer beads, almost like a heshy shape. And they're just a little bit shorter than an 11-0 seed bead. I'll try and show you that in a second here. And I'm going to then put this color on. So now we've got all 3 of those. Carolyn says, love it, Deb. I'm going to use hearts. Oh my gosh, absolutely. So you can do any charms that you really like. So if you are more of a heart girl or maybe stars, I mean, Art Beads has so many charm options that you can really pick whatever you'd like. So I'm going to just keep going with the pattern of the beads. So this is the one we used at the focal, and I'm just carrying that through over here. So this is fun. So I'll show you again. I'll show you the demi round next to the seed bead, the regular 11-0, if I can hold on to them. So they're just a little, this one is the demi round, just a little bit shorter. So it's fun to work with. And they're a nice alternative to a seed bead. If you want more of a flat look for a spacer. And you guys, if you've watched me any length of time, you know I love to use seed beads for spacers. It's just my jam. I love it. I think it's fun. And there's like a cajillion colors in the whole seed bead world. So if you've not used seed beads a lot, you will get addicted quickly when you start using them for spacers. So here we've got a few more on, and I keep going. And then I might quickly pop over and start working from the other side so you can really see this come together. And get a darker one on here. And these fire polish are amazing. They are absolutely beautiful, nice quality Czech beads. If you've not used fire polish before, this is another thing you'll get addicted to quickly, is using these for a lot of your designs. So that is super cool. All right, so I'm gonna move my stopper over to the other side for a bit, and I'm gonna start filling in the other side. And you know what? I did not bring my hand bead into, or my hand charm into this design over here. So I'm gonna start back over on this side, and I'm gonna show you. I'm going to show you where I think we should add the hand, and then we'll go back over and we'll get the other side situated. I got so carried away with these beautiful fire polish beads, adding those, that I got carried away and forgot about the hand charms, which I always kind of do get carried away when I start working with beads. I think most of you can probably relate to that. You get going and you just kind of get lost in the sparkly things, all of the sparkly things. So let's see. I got this one next. And I think right about at the end here, I'm going to add our hand. So here, I think is the right spot for our hand. So I've got 3 beads on. And I'm going to pop over and I'm going to grab the silver one now. So I got silver with the gold jump rings. Make sure you go through both of those jump rings. And then I'm going to just put the same pattern of seed beads on the other side. I'm doing a demi round, 11-0, and a demi round, and now just continuing on with the pattern. So that's what we're looking like here. Ugh, I love this. I really go for this kind of exotic, kind of, you know, these are kind of exotic, I think. They have kind of an exotic vibe, and I really dig them. If you like hand beads, you may be familiar with hamsa hands, which are also a very universally used symbolic type of charm. So I've got these in the show as well. These are on clearance and these are gorgeous. So these are in the show today. I've put them onto a simple ear wire. These are the most beautiful, lovely earrings. So the ear wire and the charm are in the show as well. They are symbolic for protection. So I love the idea of wearing something that maybe might give me a little bit of protection, even if it's just in my mind. So those hamsa hands would also look lovely here. And if you just wanted to use the silver, that would be another thing that you could do here, is just kind of use a hamsa hand as your charm or your pendant piece. So I love a good hamsa hand. That's something I wear a lot of hamsa jewelry, and it's used in a lot of different cultures. So you may be familiar with it in a lot of different ways, but they are really lovely. And those, I can't believe, are on clearance. So there are still some left. If you're interested in those, you can grab those and pop those in your cart and get those home to you with the rest of your goodies, with some of your fire polish. So I like this. I like this vibe here. This is good. So I think I'm going to keep going. I'm going to finish this side and then we'll come back and we'll fix this side. So I've got this one next, and I've popped out one of the demi rounds and this guy. Oops. Get that seed bead on. And you can do whatever pattern you'd like. You could actually color block this if you wanted. You could do all, golds in one section, all of the darker beads in a section, and you could continue on in between the hands. You could do a block of color. It's totally up to you how you would put this together. But all of these like mixed metals look so super awesome together. I can't get over it. When I got this bundle, I was so excited because this is exactly the vibe I was going for. But again, I could see this with some of those other bundles. If you wanted to go a little softer and go with the pink with the mixed metal of everything else is really cool, or the greens, or those amazing blues. And, blue remains the everybody's favorite color in the world. Like, it's like everyone's favorite. So thanks for the hearts, you guys. I'm seeing the hearts popping up. Oh my gosh, I love how this looks so far. Ooh, this is fun. Okay. And I know watching these little beads get strung on is a little bit tedious, but the payoff for this necklace, I think, is going to be worth it. Just super fun piece, really super fun piece. So let me get this, a few more beads on, and then we'll move back over to the other side. We'll get that one situated. Then you can really see how this comes together. And it's going to be something you can wear with anything. So I have a tendency to wear more silver than any other metal tone. But if you've got a lot of silver earrings, you can still wear this because you've got some silver in this piece too. So it's just great. It's fun. Okay, I'm going to put one more bead on this side. And then we can move over to the other side and get that other charm on in the right spot. So we're going to do that right there. Okay, now because I've got my bead stopper, I'm going to move over here, put my bead stopper on, and shimmy all this down. And I'm going to come back to make sure I've got my piles right here. I'm going to come back to, I put our charm after 3. So I'm going to take these off here, and I'm going to pull those off as easy as I can so I can just put them right back on. And now I've got our copper version, or no, this is the brass oxide version. And I've got 2 jump rings, so I want to make sure I get through those and get that on the right direction. And then let's see, I'm gonna put our seed beads on, our little pattern of seed beads. Oh, look at this. This is fantastic. This is what I was hoping things would look like. I just popped off that seed bead. This is exactly what I was hoping this would look like. Just really mixed metal, really dramatic, fun piece. So let me put on the seed beads like so. And look at that. Oh, what do you guys think of this so far? What do you think? Fun? You can use whatever charms you want. If you don't like the hands, well, maybe if you don't like the hands, you should still try them. But if you don't like the hands, there are so many other beautiful charms that you can pick as options. And you could do the same charm, different charms. You could do whatever your heart desires. There's so many options. And when you get these bundles home, you're going to find that you may want to make something like this in a bunch of different colorways. Oh gosh, I'm crazy about this. Crazy about it. Wow. Okay. So we're going to keep going. We're going to get these beads strung on. And tell me what other charms you guys might want to work with. Tell me what you would prefer. If you're not a hand fan, what would you pick? I saw there was a vote for hearts earlier. What else could we do with a design like this? What other pretty charms could we use? Tell me what you guys think. Thanks, Carolyn. Julie says she loves the mixed metals. I do too. I'm going crazy for the mixed metals. I did a show a while back that had a bunch of just using metal mixed metals, and I had a blast, and I've been pulling those pieces out that I used and wearing them so often. I mean, I've been having so much fun mixing them with other pieces that I made. So let's see. Ooh, I see a vote for dragonflies. I see bees. I see hearts, birds, keys. Oh, Amy, that's a good idea. Keys. I haven't seen people use keys as much as they used to. So I'd love to see a resurgence of keys being used. And you could mix keys and hearts. So like key, heart, key, so that you can use that little, keys to my heart statement. You have the keys to my heart. So, yeah. Oh, you guys have some great ideas. Leaves or dagger beads? Oh, yeah. Dagger beads. I love that. I love dagger beads. Oops, that one's popping off. Oh gosh, I keep popping that one off. Trying to go too fast. So I see lots of ideas here. So if you're not a fan of the hands, but I still think if you're not a fan of the hands, maybe you should expand your palette of charms, and you could try out these hands. They're fun. They're different. And tiara cast, they are tiara cast. They are such a nice quality, such a nice finish. So, okay, so we're coming up on getting to the same length as the other side here, coming up on that. And then we've got a little bit more to go for our piece here. Actually, this is the next one, like that. So this is our pattern, guys, I'm using. You can use whatever pattern you like. I'm trying to break up the dark and the light here. There are a couple that are a little darker, and the one is kind of a silver with a gold wash. And then one is just a matte gold. So the lighter ones are going in between the dark ones. They're so beautiful. So then we've got this one, this one again, and this bead. I mean, this is the darkest one, but it's got like a gold flash on it. So incredibly cool. This is going to be a shorter necklace, but you could make this as long as you would like, obviously. And if you don't want to use up all of your beads, you can certainly add chain to it. Put some chain on the back, some leather on the back, use some other beads, all small seed beads, something like that. So you can do whatever your heart desires, but I was hoping that I could just inspire you to start playing with some of these beautiful bundles, these beautiful fire polish bundles, and get you thinking about using some symbolism in your designs, getting some beautiful charms to combine and create such a gorgeous, fun necklace. So now I'm going to put a few more on this side, and then I think we might be at a nice short length, but not too short. So we'll do that. Let's see. Ooh, feather charms. Ah, Daisy, that's a good idea. I love feather charms too. Elephants, Linda, you have my heart. And Teresa, oh, wait, let's see. Oh, Michelle says, moon phase. And, Teresa's asking about Dura-coated fire polish. I have to let Michelle tackle that question because I'm not sure about that. So let me get one more pattern here of our 4 beads, our 4 different beads. So in these bundles, you're getting 4 strands of these fire polish. I'm getting 4 different strands. So, and I showed off a few of the other colorways earlier. I can quickly flash those before we wrap up. And guys, we might go a little bit longer today. I'm just letting you know. And I figure maybe you might want to hang out a little bit longer today. Maybe if you can. Because we've got a lot of little beads to put onto our design today. So let me get this last bead on the pattern on. And I'm going to move the stopper over here, holding on to the other side. So here's our beautiful pattern with our hands hanging down. And now I'm going to just get us a little bit further along on this side and get our number of beads matched up. So we're getting there, you guys. I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everybody is enjoying at least some decent weather. I'm hearing parts of the country that have been really cold have maybe warmed up a touch. Talked to a friend of mine last night who had her sights on some weather in the 60s, and they had snow on the ground a week ago. So maybe some of you are getting some nicer weather. I hope so. Maybe spring is starting to come about in your world. I hope so. All right, so I'm just getting our pattern together here. And, you know, if you guys are interested in, you know, really making this a fun mixed metal, you could use all kinds of other metal throughout the course. I didn't even add these in. So I did show you these in the beginning. I had my sights on these, but I got carried away. So we didn't add those, but you could add some spacers, maybe around metal spacers around your hand beads. If you were so inclined and you want to do more of a metal addition, like a metal to match back to your hand charms, you could do that. So let's see, I've got my gold. And I think we've got one more section of our pattern here, and we'll get those strung on. The FedEx guy just knocked on the door in front of me. I had to give him like a nod, like, sorry, dude, I can't answer the door. All right, almost all strung on, you guys. I promise it's almost ready. Thank you for hanging with me as I string. I find this incredibly soothing to string beads. I think most of you that are makers probably feel that way as well. Maybe not watching someone string, but I'm sure you probably find it fairly therapeutic yourself to do it. because that's why you're all here, all of you serious art beaders. And let's see, I've got one more dark bead and one more light bead, one more gold bead. So you will go crazy when you see these finishes on these fire polish beads. These, they are all different and they're so cool. Okay, I think we are situated here. Yes, we are situated. So my wire actually is a little bit short here. So I may pull off a couple beads. So I've got enough to finish with. But before I do that, I'm just going to put a stopper on this other side. And I'm going to quickly hold this up to my neck. Yes, I can afford to pull off a few beads. So I'm actually, I probably should have checked earlier, but I'm going to pull off one pattern of these and I'm going to do this. So I like a short necklace. That works for me, especially for my idea with this piece. So here's what I've got, you guys. This is our beautiful mixed metal necklace. And if you hang with me a little bit longer, I'm going to finish this one up with a clasp. And then I'm going to put it on. So I'm going to move all of this out of the way so that I don't send these beads flying. And actually, I'm going to put these beads in here. And you can see them all blended together. I mean, look at this bundle. Oh, they are delicious. So good. So we will now put a closure on this. So I've got a toggle clasp to use here. And this is also tiara cast. And if you've been a tiara cast fan for a while, you may have seen or used this one before. This is an oxidized brass plate Renaissance toggle set. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And this is like a little bit of a larger toggle for this bead size, but because our charms are a little bit on the larger side, I feel okay that this is a bit of a balance of the design. So I'm going to put those on the back and I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I think if you watch me, you probably see me use French wire to finish off my pieces. I'm not doing that today. I'm just going to use our wire, which is perfectly lovely because it matches our mixed metal vibe. So I've got some size 2 crimp tubes in gold, and we're just going to crimp those right onto our toggle. So I'm going to take my crimp tube and pop that on, and I'm going to start with the toggle bar. I always do. And then I'm going to just string that directly onto my wire and then take my wire down through my crimp tube and through my first bead. And then I'm going to pull that so I have a nice loop and I have some wiggle room for my toggle. Like I don't want to be pulling that hard onto the toggle. I want to give it some space to breathe and move around. So I'm going to try to hold on to this guy and come in and crimp on one side here and crimp in the other portion of the crimp pliers and give that another squeeze. And then I'm going to cut off my excess over here. So I'm pulling my wire away, trying to get a flush cut there. Then the next thing I want to do is bring all of the slack out of this piece, but also not crimp in a straight line. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way. So I've got my my other portion, my other half of the toggle, And I'm going to grab my other crimp tube, pop that on, and then we're going to take the wire through our loop on the toggle, and we're going to go through the crimp and through that first bead. Now, this doesn't offer you any additional like security to put it through that first bead, but I think it's a cleaner look at the place where your crimp is. So I've got a loop here that's a little bit too big, but now I feel like I've got the right size loop, and I'm making sure that my wire is not crossed. And then I'm going to come in and give that a crimp, go to the end of my pliers, get that other crimp done, and then we're going to trim off our excess. And that, my friends, is our finished necklace. Now, one little tidbit. So I think I probably would go with a larger jump ring here for this focal section. This one is a little too tight on this wire. So I would maybe go with like a 5mm or 6mm jump ring, and I would use 2 for the focal because this is not as dangly as I would like. But here's our piece. This is our cool mixed metal necklace. I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to flip up so you can see this on me. It is a shorter necklace, and I think you should be able to see it with what I'm wearing. So, oh, wow, I love it. I just love it without flashing you. That is a fun mixed metal. So mixed metal goes with everything. I've got this colorful shirt on, and look at all of this mixed metal goes beautifully. If you want color with your mixed metals in this, you can get these bundles in this. This is the Elphaba Song bundle. There's also the Tickle Me Peach bundle. And there is the Seaside Spray. And guess what? There's more bundles available on artbeads.com. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more in the show. But this is what we did today. I hope that you enjoyed this. And one more thing, I've also got in the show this really beautiful Bead Llama limited edition blend. This one, if you are interested, is in the shopping bag. We might do something with this coming up. And if enough of you pick this up, we'll do a project with this. This is a cathedral bead blend. So go and take a look at it. It's on the screen right now. It would also be great for this necklace and all of our mixed metals. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you'll pick up these items. Don't forget to close out your cart. I don't want you to miss out on some of these beautiful things that we've got for you today. I believe we have another live show tomorrow, so stay tuned. Keep your eyes on artbeads.com. I'm going to be back on Monday already, so I've got another fun show for you on Monday. I think we're going to have a great time. I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your week, and I hope that I see you again on Monday. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you soon. Go make something, okay?